So now we are going to do Act 4, Scene 2, and the scene takes place on a camp near Sardis, which is in Minor Asia. Now, you need to understand certain things. In Act 4, Scene 1, we found when this triumvirate, which has been formed by Mark Antony and Lepidus and Octavius, we found a kind of tension there. What sort of tension? We somehow came to know that Mark Antony is just using Lepidus, and Octavius, somehow he's informing this to Octavius that that Lepidus will work as an asset to them to just take the blame. And once their purpose is resolved, then they'll make him a common person. He will not have that kind of power and privilege which these people must be having. So somehow there is that kind of tension. We see that this group, because this is one group, right? So this group is not united that way. They do not have good feelings for each other. Now the other group that we know is of Brutus and Cassius. We already know that they have run away, okay, and they are forming their own armies to attack Mark Antony. All right, they also want to be in power, and for that, to get the power, they are forming armies to attack Mark Antony. So they have been able to do that. Now there is a camp at Sardis. Sardis, you can say, is like a midway where both these armies will meet. Okay, Brutus and Cassius will meet with their armies, with their soldiers that they have collected. They have their own people now, who are somehow, you can say that they are loyal to them. And uh, now in this scene also, we will find a kind of tension between Brutus and Cassius. All right, we feel that they don't trust each other, they have trust issues, and they do not agree with each other's policies. So let's begin with the explanation of the text. So Brutus has already reached Sardis, and he's having his tent over there. So it takes place at the camp near Sardis. Sardis, I already told you, is in Asia Minor. All right. So drum is there. Enter Brutus. Lucilius. Lucilius is another person who is Brutus's loyal, right? Then Lucius is also there, and soldiers. And then we have Titinus and Pindarus meeting them. Now Brutus says, stand ho. Stand ho means halt. He instructs the soldiers to halt. Lucilius says, give the word ho and stand. Give the word. Give the word here means code. Give the code and stand. Brutus asks, what now, Lucilius? Is Cassius near? Is he nearby? Means, has he come close? For that, Lucilius says, he is at hand. He is nearby. And Pindarus is come. Pindarus is Cassius's man. All right. Pindarus is Cassius's man who must be behaving like a messenger. So before Cassius, Pindarus has reached over there to do your salutation, to greet you from his master. So who is his master? His master is Cassius. For that, Brutus says, he greets me well. Your master, Pindarus, in his own change or by ill officers, hath give me some worthy cause to wish things done undone. But if he be at hand, I shall be satisfied. Now you see, when Lucilius informs Brutus that Pindarus has come, so Pindarus gives a letter to Brutus. That letter must be written by Cassius. All right. So Brutus read the letter. After reading the letter, he says, he greets me well, your master Pindarus, in his own change means due to some change in himself, or by ill officers, or by bad officers who must have provoked him, hath given me some worthy cause to wish things done undone. He has given me some worthy reasons to wish that the things which have been done, they should have been undone. But if he be at hand, but if he is nearby, I shall be satisfied. If he is nearby, I will be given an explanation by him only. For that, Pinarus says, I do not doubt, but that my noble master will appear such as he is, full of regard and honor. So Pinarus also tries to convince Brutus that do not think anything ill about my master. I do not doubt that he will appear full of regard and honor to you. For that, Brutus says, he is not doubted. I do not doubt him. A word, Lucilius, and then he speaks to Lucilius. He asks Lucilius to speak to him privately. How he received you? Let me be resolved. Resolved means informed. So the way Pindarus has come to Brutus, in the same way, Brutus also must have sent his man, that is Lucilius, to Cassius. So he is asking him, how was he received? Cassius ने किस तरह से तुम्हारे साथ behave किया? You just tell me. You must inform me. For that, Lucilius says, with courtesy and with respect enough, but not with such familiar instances. With such familiar instances here means with such friendly actions, nor with such free and friendly conference. Conference here means conversation, as he hath used of old. He says, of course, he showed me enough courtesy and respect, but not the same kind of friendly actions which he used to do earlier, and even not such free and friendly conversation the way we used to have earlier. All right. So means even Lucilius observed some change in behavior of Cassius. So for that, Brutus says, thou hast described a hot friend cooling. You have described, the description which you are giving is like that a hot friend is becoming cold now. Ever note, हमेशा note करना Lucilius, when love begins to sicken and decay, जब प्यार है किसी भी रिश्ते में, in any relationship, when love begins to sicken and decay, जब वो बीमार पड़ने लगता है प्यार, और जब प्यार खत्म होने लगता है, it uses an enforced ceremony. Enforced ceremony means formal ceremony. वहां पर behavior हमेशा बहुत formal बन जाता है. It is not as friendly as it used to be earlier, or it is not as loving as it used to be earlier. There are no tricks in plain and simple faith, but hollow men, like horses hot at hand, make gallant show and promise of their mettle, but when they should endure the bloody spur, they fall their crests and like deceitful jades. So he says there are no tricks in plain and simple faith. In plain and simple faith, when we have plain and simple, straightforward friendship, there are no tricks. उसमें कोई चालाकियां नहीं होती, no craftiness, no cleverness. But hollow men, but fake people, है ना? Why fake? Those who are only pretending to be friends, but they are actually not friends, or there is no love left in their friendships. All right. But hollow men, like horses hot at hand. Hot at hand means like horses full of spirits when they are led by hand. जब उनको lead किया जाता है हाथ से, then they are full of spirits, like horses full of spirits, make gallant show. They show themselves to be gallant and promise of their mettle and promise of their spirit. But when they should endure the bloody spur, but in war sometimes, when they should endure bloody struggle, जब उनको बहुत ज़्यादा tolerance की जरूरत पड़ती है, they fall their crests. Crest here means heads. Means they fall their crest means they droop their heads, वहां अपने सिर झुकाकर खड़े हो जाते हैं, and like deceitful jades. Jades are useless, worthless horses. और deceitful jades की तरह they do not budge. हम कोशिश करते हैं कि जहां पर उनको मतलब बहुत एक्टिवली बिहेव करने की जरूरत है, वहां पर वो बिल्कुल बुद्ध बन के सिर नीचे करके खड़े हो जाते हैं. Alright. Sink in the trial, and this way they sink in the trial means they fail in the test. वो टेस्ट में फेल हो जाते हैं. Comes his army on? क्या उसकी आर्मी आ रही है? Lucilius says, they mean this night in Sardis to be quartered. They means they intend this night in Sardis. They intend to come to Sardis this night to be quartered, to be divided, The greater part, the horse in general, are come with Cassius. The greater part of soldiers and even the horse in general. Horse in general is a main part of cavalry. Okay, main part of cavalry. They are coming with Cassius. वो भी Cassius के साथ आ रहे हैं. तभी ब्रूटस कहता है, हाँ, listen, he is arrived. Low march within. There is suddenly low march within, वहां पर marching की आवाज आ रही है, तो तभी ब्रूटस कहता है, हाँ, he is arrived. March gently on to meet him. Let us march gently means we should also move ahead with our soldiers to meet him. Try to imagine a situation, both of them coming with their armies. Brutus is there with his soldiers. Even Cassius is coming, and now they are meeting each other. So then suddenly, as soon as they come, enter Cassius with his power of soldiers. So he suddenly gives the instruction, stand ho, means halt. So Brutus also gives halt, speak the word along, means speak the word along. You should convey it to other soldiers also. So pehla soldier कहता है, stand, 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 Then now the conversation begins between Cassius and Brutus, and Cassius straightforward starts with his grievance against Brutus, and he says, most noble brother, you have done me wrong. He calls him brother. You know that he's his brother-in-law, right? So for that he says, you have done me wrong. तुमने मेरे साथ गलत किया है. So Brutus says, judge me, you gods. You are judging me. Wrong I mine enemies. And if not so, how should I wrong a brother? Have I ever wronged my enemies? क्या मैंने कभी अपने दुश्मनों के साथ गलत किया है? और अगर नहीं किया, then how can I wrong a brother? तो मैं brother के साथ कैसे गलत कर सकता हूँ? For that Cassius says, Brutus, this sober form of yours, this sincere form of yours, grave appearance of yours hides wrong. ये जो तुम्हारी grave appearance है, यही तुम्हारे wrongs को, तुम्हारी गलतियों को छुपा लेती है. but when you do the wrong, लेकिन जब तुम गलत करते हो, but then suddenly he has been interrupted by Brutus. Brutus अचानक से उसको interrupt कर देता है. Brutus कहता है, Cassius, be content. Content means patient. Cassius, be patient. थोड़ा धैर्य रखो. Speak your griefs softly. अपने griefs को, अपने grievances को softly बोलो. Alright, do not be so loud. I do know you well. मैं तुम्हें अच्छे से जानता हूँ. Before the eyes of both armies here, which should perceive nothing but love from us, let us not wrangle. Let us not wrangle. Wrangle here means quarrel. Let us not quarrel before the eyes of both our armies here. हम दोनों की armies यहाँ पर हैं और हमें उनके सामने नहीं लड़ना चाहिए, because their eyes should perceive, should look nothing but love from us. They should see nothing from but love from us. क्योंकि उनको सिर्फ ये दिखना चाहिए कि हमारे बीच में प्यार है. Why? Because these armies are going to make alliance. You know, these soldiers are going to fight collectively against Mark Antony. And if they see their leaders only fighting, quarreling with each other, so it's not going to give good impression. So for that, Brutus says that we should not fight like this in front of our people. Bid them move away. Ask them to move away. उनको बोलो थोड़ा दूर हो जाए. Then in my tent, Cassius, enlarge your griefs. Griefs here means grievances, and I will give you audience. और मैं तुम्हें सुनूंगा ध्यान से. For that, Cassius says, Pindarus, bid our commanders lead their charges off a little from this ground. Bid our commanders, ask our commanders to lead their charges off. हमारे commanders को बोलो कि वो ये जो उनके charges हैं, मतलब जो soldiers हैं उनको लेकर वो थोड़ा सा इस ground से दूर हो जाए. And then Brutus also commands, he says, Lucilius, do you the like, तुम भी ऐसा ही करो, and let no man come to our tent till we have done our conference. Conference is conversation. और कोई भी इंसान हमारे tent में नहीं आएगा जब तक कि हमारी बातचीत पूरी नहीं हो जाती. Let Lucius and Titinus guard our door. I hope you have understood this. Now we'll come to the next scene in which we will be able to know the conversation which takes place between Brutus and Cassius.